Hi everybody, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. You're highly welcome to my channel. I appreciate all the love and support that I've been getting from all of you. If this is the first time you're clicking on a video and seeing my face, please subscribe to this channel. You are highly welcome. My name is Angela and I'd appreciate it if you would subscribe. Stay with me to the end, click the like button, drop a comment at the end. I would really appreciate it. And as always, I will follow everything that everybody says to me in the comment section. Today I want to talk about the royal family, Meghan Markle and her in-laws. At the beginning, when the drama began to break out, I was thinking it was none of my business because one, I'm not a royal, I'm not British. But later on I said, no, come on, I am British. I am a member of the Commonwealth of Nations. So therefore, we who are from Anglophone Africa, those of you who live in a country that was once colonized by Britain, all of us today, it is our business. After all, we were sitting down in our country. It was the Brits that decided that it was a good thing to cross over to the Atlantic Ocean, come to Africa, colonize us, pack slaves, pack human beings, enslave them, take them to the Caribbean, work them, and then get rid of the labor of black people. Therefore, the minute you did that, the minute you decided that it was in your interest to come and discover River Niger for us, for example, that was the day it became our business. Therefore, in our capacity as in-laws, Nigerians have been talking, everybody has been talking, and everybody was taking Meghan Markle's side for the most part. I was like, really? For me, this Meghan Markle has never ever identified as black. As far as I know, she has never identified as black. She's more in tune with her white relatives. She has never dated a black man. She has never lent her voice or used her platform to do anything that furthers the cause of black people, to highlight whatever our problems were. She never did that. So at what point did her problem become the problem of Nigerians? We that Boko Haram is disturbing us left, right, and center. We are the ones shouting about Meghan Markle. And everybody was going on and on about how the British family was racist. I say, of course, yes, the British family is racist. Everybody knows that the British monarchy is built upon racism. Racism is something you should even expect. It's just that as time has gone on, racism is something that is now considered to be evil. Therefore, people will not be able to come out openly say, I am racist. But you know the way it is now. That's just the way it is. Back then, everything that, all the privileges they enjoyed was based on racism. So for me, Meghan Markle cannot come and say she didn't know that she was married into a racist family. Honestly speaking, I will not take that from her. I don't believe that she didn't know. You should expect racism, for crying out loud, from the British family. What were you thinking? And they are highly conservative to both. Anyway, so I decided that I'm not going to drink Panadol for Meghan Markle's headache, because if I have my own headache, Meghan Markle is not going to drink Panadol for it. Therefore, for me, it was none of my business. But the point where it became my business is when people who are, see, this British royal family, they are very much like us. I think the only difference is that they are royalty. They have white skin, and then people have accorded them some privileges by virtue of their birth. Let me adjust this thing a little. You understand? But for the most part, I think they are like us. And if there's anything that this drama brought to the fore for me, is their humanity. I don't just see the Queen of England. I saw a woman in her 90s that really needs to rest. But because of the responsibilities that come with being a British monarch, she's still working at her age. Her husband was sick in the hospital, and still everybody, the whole world was on their neck again. But it comes with the territory of royalty. For me, as all that was happening, I was like, look at this old woman. How is she coping? This, that, this. But that's the way it is. You understand? But my major problem are those people, especially Nigerians, ordinary folks like you and I, who sat down to go on and on about the racism of the royal family. They are bad in-laws. They are this. Of course, yes, they are bad in-laws. They are, in fact, they are a typical dysfunctional family, if you ask me. Because a lot of times people think that for you to come from a dysfunctional family, you have to be poor, or you have to be black, or you have to be illiterate. Now we can see that rich people also can be dysfunctional. And that family, even before all this matter came up, me, I had actually looked at them and I'm like, these people are emotionally stunted. I don't really feel for, I wouldn't advise Meghan Markle to marry from that family ab initio. Frankly speaking, when they were doing the royal wedding, my mind told me that these people, They are not serious. You understand? But they just have a lot of privilege, and that's the way it is. So Nigerians were going on and on about, these people are racist. See, there is racism and there is classism. For those of you who sit down and you criticize your sister-in-law, let's see the humanity in this thing. Do you understand? Let's see their humanity. Let's just see how ordinary they are. A lot of women face issues in their marriages with in-laws, and you've never taken sides with your sister-in-law. You've never taken sides with your brother's wife. You've never stood up for her. As a matter of fact, we have sisters-in-law from hell. They too, they were making posts criticizing the royal family. I was like, really? Can't we remove the log in our eyes before we talk about other people and their speck of sawdust? Because if there's one thing I am sure of, it is that Meghan Markle and her husband will be all right last. The British royal family will be all right last. But whether your sister-in-law whom you are persecuting, your sister-in-law whom you are always setting up to undermine, whether she will be all right or not is another issue. So for those of you who think that there's a difference between what the royal family did to Meghan Markle, they didn't stand up to her when her character was being assassinated by the British press. And you here, who is always looking for trouble, who is always going to your sister-in-law's house to go and say, after all, it's my brother's house, it's my brother's money. You think there's a difference between you and the royal family? My sister, there is no difference between you and them. Those of you, as a matter of fact, I really felt bad when at that point when Meghan Markle said that they were speculating about the skin color of her baby even before the baby was born. You understand? And they didn't talk to her about it. They talked to Harry. And I was like, of course, yes. Yes, I know those types of in-laws where if there is a problem, they will never ever talk to the woman. They will always call their brother for family meeting. They will always call their brother, and the wife will be the subject of the family meeting, but she will not be invited. You know, if it is maybe to tell her own side of the story, to hear her out or something like that. Nobody gives married women that privilege. And those sisters-in-law, those mothers-in-law who were perpetrating that were also making posts on Facebook and Twitter about the British royal family and their racism. What's the difference between racism and classism? What's the difference between those of you who sit down and say stuff like, God, oh, our brother really helps her. If not, now, if you don't marry him, you talk your sister-in-law. What is the difference between you and them? It's the same thing. See, apart from skin color, if these people were broke, there will not be anything different about them. They are just like us. Therefore, I think in the end, we should remove the log in our eyes before we go and remove the speck of sawdust in somebody else's eye. Several women are in situations that are worse than Meghan Markle's own. The in-laws can be from hell. You understand? And if you are among those people who think that it is okay to use culture and tradition to molest your sister-in-law, for example, when there's a family gathering or something, you expect your sister-in-law to come 2 days before so that she can clean up the house. Whenever she's around, she's the one who is going to do all the cooking. She will pound the fufu. Your own is to come and eat. If you are that kind of in-law, let me tell you something. There's no difference between you and Piers Morgan. There's no difference between you and all the racist British people that you think today you have you have a right to sit in judgment over them. Always learn to see people's humanity. That's my point. Meghan Markle is human, and I'm not saying she was a saint in all that. I don't even know anything. I've never really followed them. At a point, Daily Mail was always sending me emails, and I was so disgusted. Like, what concern me with these people? I have my own issues. Do you understand? But please never ever take what somebody is going through in her marriage for granted. I was glad, and I still am glad, that the prince stood up for his wife. He was even able to move away. I'm coming. He moved away from his family so that he could protect his wife and his children. He stood up for her. All of us wish for that type of husband, and let me just tell you now, guys, I'm glad that I'm married to someone like that. My husband really knows how to stand up for me, and I am glad for that. If you are male and you are listening to me, stand up for the woman in your life. Don't allow your people to come from the village and come and use culture and tradition to disturb your wife. Every day it's about our brother's money. You see her with rapper, now our brother money, this one now our brother do this, now our brother do that, as if your brother did her a favor by marrying her. You understand? But she too is not like Meghan Markle. It's not like she came to the family. She didn't bring anything. That lady is a talented actress, and all the royalty in the world cannot replace talent. So I think that yeah, the royal family should leave that family alone. You understand? They should leave Meghan Markle and her husband and her child alone. Title or no title, that boy will not be broke in his life. That's baby Archie. He will never be broke in his life. As for me, I don't have a title and the heavens have not fallen on me. So yes, he should come and join us. If she wants to stay with the British family, fine, the royal family, fine and good. Go and do your duties as a duchess. Or if you don't want to do it, then stay in America and face your front. Yes, we know that there's a limit to how they can face their front too much, but really face your front so that the British royal family can face their own front. And for those of you here who think that there's anything different about the royal family, guy, babe, there is none. You too, go to your house and be kind to your in-law. If you don't want the Meghan Markle debacle, you know, some of you who will go, our brother should have married somebody richer. Our brother should have married someone who is more educated. We helped her, that kind of thing. So that's all I am about to, that I want to say in this post, that we should remove the speck, the plank in our eyes before we remove the speck of sawdust in another person's eye. Thank you so much for listening to me. I really appreciate it. If you stayed with me to the end, please like this video. Give me drop a comment for me at the end so I can interact and know your opinions on it. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye bye.